So how we do this is we're going to just kind of drop into your body. We're going to get you into like your soul,
Okay.
and then we're going to call in your spiritual team, and then we're going to let your book come in.
Okay.
So my belief is that these books have like an essence and a spirit, and they're already written.
Okay. I like that.
We just get to receive them.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's why when people work with me, there's no writer's block because you're never trying to figure it out.
Okay. I
The
like
book's
that.
already created. You're just like, oh, thank you. Right?
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so easy. So I'm trying to feel into it. Feels like there's something to start off with you. Um, I feel like let's get you into your heart.
Okay.
So it feels like you have this really big heart. Do people say that about you?
Yeah. I get extremes because I do have Asperger's, so I think the hard thing is reading body language so people don't know what I'm feeling, but as far as like any actions, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, like you just have this really beautiful big heart. So what I want you to do is, do you have your hands free?
Hmm.
Okay, cool. You're going to get them moving like this,
Okay.
okay? And you're going to breathe in all the way to your lower belly, okay? So breathing
Okay.
in and breathing out. And breathing in and out. This final breath, just really imagine like this beautiful light around your body, and it's going to go in and it's going to nurture your nervous system. Your nervous system wants a little bit of love. So breathe in that light. And breathing out. There we go. You're going to place your hands on your heart. And I want you to just feel the vibrations of your hands moving into your heart. And we're bringing all of our focus and attention right here into this beautiful heart that you have. Just breathing in, and we're going to keep pouring a little bit of golden nectar on your nervous system. So just bringing the nervous system into a place of rootedness, into a place of wholeness. Breathing in, breathing out. So while you're in this space, I'm just going to call in all of our angels and our guides and those who are here to support us in this work. We're going to call them in into the divine light to hold this space for us. That this space will be safe, that you'll feel safe, that you'll feel at ease, that this space will be cleaned and cleansed and cleared so that we can hear your book with ease. And then I'm just going to prep our bodies. So we're going to place light on our ears so we can spiritually hear what needs to be heard. We're going to place light on the third eye. That's in between the eyebrows. It's a chakra where all of our spiritual gifts live. So we want to wake up your gifts of seeing visions, hearing spiritually, feeling and knowing. And then we're going to just place some light on our lips that we speak only what needs to be spoken. And I want you to take one more breath in. And breathe out. And shake your arms, maybe shoulders up for a second. There we go. All right, so let's bring your book in, Zach. So we're just going to invite your beautiful book. Ooh, it's like very heavy. It's like beautiful, like an old heavy book. That's how it's showing itself to me. So we're going to invite it to come in and sit with us in into the divine light between my heart, your heart on this beautiful table. And okay, so it's showing me already that it like dropped on the table and like dust flew everywhere. And it said like, I'm very old. I'm very old and a treasure. Oh, I like that. So this book it's been with you for a long time. And it's also like a very huge treasure for you. So I just want to ask, how do you feel? What are you seeing? What are you experiencing?
I think that's when you said dust is like that doesn't make sense. Like, no, first time I thought about it, I was 16. So it's been long enough for some dust to accumulate. I don't know, as we're going through that, I was thinking of my uncles. They both of them, I have family history of mental illness. Both of them committed suicide a couple of years ago. So, um, yeah, I was thinking of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to just take a deep breath in. And I want you to see. So imagine if you were to put your palms out, that there's these little golden coins being given to you right now. So each coin is it's like a healing tool. It's like a healing piece in your puzzle. And what I'm being shown is that your book right now, and it's also like kind of the makeup of your life, it's like there are paragraphs that are missing sentences. So it's almost like something in your life feels like there are missing sentences. And when you start to write this book, Zach, the missing sentences are going to be filled in. I know that's really symbolic, but it's like whatever you're going to learn when you write this book is going to be the missing pieces to the puzzle that you've been putting together your whole life. Tell me if that resonates.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I don't know, a couple days ago, like working subtitle that came to mind was, um, business lessons learned from a life with Asperger's. And I think there's a lot that I still don't know about it, but there's also, I don't know, I don't, I'm assuming this is more of just a high achiever thing, but I don't feel like I've achieved enough to be able to write a book.
Yeah.
But I know there's so many people undiagnosed with Asperger's that get divorced and have hard times and get fired from job to job to job and don't know why. And I'm lucky enough to know why. I feel like there's a lot more people that need to know that it's unique and different, and that's okay.
Yeah. And here's what I'm hearing is that you don't have to be qualified to write this book. This book is you learning the puzzle pieces that have been missing. So look at this book as not like, I know everything, so I'm going to write it. Instead, you're like, I'm in the discovery of learning what I need. And the writing it, when you channel it, you're going to learn the answers. And then what I'm hearing is all the other people who don't know why, they have the same thing. A book that's written inside their body with missing sentences. And they keep trying to figure out, what does this paragraph even mean? I'm missing 2 full sentences. And this book is going to come in and it's going to connect the dots for them. And everything in their life is going to start making sense.
Yeah, I like that.
So can you feel like this book isn't about like you being like, I know it all? The book is about, this is like you discovering those golden coins, the treasures that are going to free people.
Yeah, I like that.
Does that feel a little bit easier to do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go in. Your heart is showing me that it's like wants to be unlocked. So it's almost like you have this ocean that's filled with power and waves and like cleansing energy, but it's locked behind a bank vault in your heart. And so what happens is like the pressure of all of this greatness inside of you keeps getting pushed back. Tell me, does that resonate for you at all in your life?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think it's very good at what's the right word? Categorizing, separating life events so I don't have to deal with them. A lot of trauma that comes out in times when I'm not busy, not expecting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the water seeps out sometimes.
Yeah. More like tidal waves out, dam
Mm-hmm.
breaks.
Mm-hmm. I know that. I feel that. I've been there. So let's figure out a safe way to unlock the heart and allow you to breathe the ocean out of your heart and letting it go out. And it's like nurture an environment around you. So if you look at the ocean nurtures the environment but with that's within it, like all, even down to like plankton, and then the whales and the coral. Like the ocean is the environment that nurtures this whole existence. So there's something inside of you that when we can allow it to move out of you, it's going to nurture something. It's like there's an environment. Maybe you can fill in a hole for me. What does this mean? Like there's an environment that your love is meant to nurture. What would that be? Thank you for being here with us in this beautiful, sacred book channeling session. And if you felt the stir in your heart that it is time for you to write your book, then I am so excited to tell you that I am going to give you my sacred creative process that allows authors to channel their books. Just click the link below in the description and you will have immediate access to learning the tools on how you will channel your book.
I don't know. I think
drop into your heart. Drop into your heart. So put your hand over your head because your head's trying to figure it out, and your heart knows. So there's like, here's what I see. I see all the people who have similar minds, similar desires, and similar ambition as you, but like they're living, here's what I hear. They're living in an environment that isn't nurturing them. So they are like literally a fish out of water. Like they're living in an environment that isn't nurturing them, and the love and the context that you can teach from is going to give them their ocean. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you know that. I feel like I think of both my dad and my son. Neither have actually been diagnosed with it, but very similar. And they both, seeing my dad, very ambitious, knows what he wants but can't seem to figure it out. Forced lots of times. But I can see the tendencies. I can see his big, kind heart. It just misinterpreted. And then my son, very similar. And he's I have more support because of me, but also still, feels different. Feels like it's a disadvantage instead of a superpower. So, yeah.
Yeah. So there's this really beautiful opportunity you're creating. You receiving this book, it's going to give you tools that you didn't even know. And then you're going to be able to create this environment for people who feel like fish out of water.
Yeah, like that.
That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, you have to write this book.
Yeah. Had that thought more often lately. I think it's every day or so.
Yeah. So it's tapping. And these books do that. They come and they tap on our hearts. They're like, hey, I have a gift for you. If you just bring me in, like I'll be the gift. And then we're like, no, we don't have time. But it's like, hey, no, like I'm going to give you the best gift of your life if you receive me, right? Yeah. So let's talk about what this looks like for you, Zach.
Yep.
So do you like structure? Do you not like structure?
I do not like structure, but I do better with structure.
Yeah, it was like both. I couldn't feel it. So there's something about structure that flows, okay? So it looks something like this, that you have a location that you love to be in, that you feel safe. So safety is really like, if we feel safe, we can channel. Because when we don't feel safe, we have all these walls just so tight around us. Mm-hmm. So if we want to receive something, we can't because all of our walls are up. So to get into a space where you can receive the book, you have to feel safe. Because then your walls are down. The drawbridge is open. You can bring people, bring this divine in. So you want to find a place in your life. If maybe it's one time I had a sacred space in a closet. Like it was a closet no one used and I just cleared it out and that became my sacred space. And it was small, and I'm weird. I like to feel like I'm all by myself in this small little space, right? You find like,
Yeah.
what's the thing? Like right now I have a tent. I work out of a tent every morning and every night. You find your thing. What's going to help Zach feel safe? And you're going to create where like, this is where you're going to go to receive your book. But the unstructured part is that it doesn't have to be at the same time every day. You just commit to going there once a day.
Okay.
Right? So it's kind of like, if you were like, I'm going to get there every morning at 7 a.m., the rebel inside of you is going to be like, hell no.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I've created this safe place, and when I go there, my nervous system feels so good that I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
Okay? So we're creating structure with flow.
Okay.
Okay? So I want you to drop into your heart and just feel off the top of your head, where could you create in your life a sacred space?
I think I've kind of done that with my studio. I think that's why I like it, because it's farthest part of the house, as soundproof as possible, literally blue on every wall and ceiling, and
It feels so magical.
yeah.
It feels really magical. So I would say that is where you go to receive your book. Okay? So now all you're going to do is, whether you work with your spiritual team or not, Napoleon Hill talks about this. He talks about having your board of directors. If you were to imagine that you could call in some sort of team who's going to help you stay in your body, because the second you go into your mind, you start writing the book, which would be a good book. You're really smart. But it's not the book.
Okay.
Right? And then you're going to drop into channeling. So I'll send you my masterclass, which is just like, I have a practice, and it's not like the right way, but it's a way to drop into channeling, right? You're going to do the process, and then you're just going to ask to receive. And the book isn't going to come through as chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Like, it won't come like that. Instead, it's going to come through like a flower garden. It's going to come through messy and beautiful. Okay, so you might receive chapter 9 first. And you might be like, I don't know how this is going to go together. If that happens, I want you to hear my voice say, that's exactly what's supposed to happen.
Okay.
If you start writing the book chapter 1 through chapter 10 perfectly in alignment, you're just doing it from your mind.
Okay.
Okay? So there's no way to do this wrong. That's the exciting thing. And this is a discovery of your gifts. Yeah. It's going to be so beautiful. I also definitely feel that you have a lot of ancestors who are here, like, giving you full support. Like, they're really proud of you, and they're really excited that you're going to bring this book to life.
Yeah, I feel that. Got a lot of average age for men in my family is in mid-40s, both sides. So it's lost a lot of people. So yeah.
And if you're comfortable, can I share with you what I hear from them?
Yeah.
So what I hear them saying is, you're healing us by doing this. Like, you sharing your voice, Zach, you sharing your gifts heals all the way up the lines and all the way down the lines. Yeah. So it's like so much more than a book.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, yes, you'll have a book and you'll hold it in your hands and it will go change people's lives, but it's so much more.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Yeah. So I want you to breathe out your mouth. There we go. Okay, you're going to breathe in. Out the mouth. I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to take you through a visual right now. I want you to imagine that there is this beautiful golden waterfall. and it's down the hill. So you and I are going to walk down this hill together, and you're going to start to feel the water coming off the waterfall, and it's going to start just like cleaning your energy, and it's going to start cleaning out any of the fears that say you can't do this, anything that wants to stop, any resistance that wants to come in the way. Like just the sprinkles of this golden water is just going to start softening this, like you would soften the earth before you pull weeds. We're going to soften your energy, and then we're going to get to this waterfall. And this water is just the perfect temperature. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. It takes your nervous system and it places it at peace. And you're going to step in underneath the waterfall, and the water is going to hit the crown of your head, and it's going to move down through your body. And what it's going to do is it's going to clear out the resistance that's in the way of the book. All of the familial belief systems of self-doubt and fear are going to be cleared out of your system. And then it's interesting, this water feels like it has an audible tuning. So it's like you feel it, but then you're also audibly hearing a tuning. An attunement is what I'm being told. It's an attunement of your system. And so I want you to just take 3 deep breaths in as this attunes you to a higher vibrational frequency that's going to give you the strength, the courage, and the faith to receive this book. So just breathing in and breathing out. And in, and remember to breathe out the mouth and out. We're going to do one last one. Breathing in and breathing out. There we go. There we go. Now you're going to step out of the waterfall and you're going to stand for a minute. And I love that this lapis color is so prevalent for you. I look like if you look down below you is all lapis lazuli. It's just this beautiful crystal stone right below you. And then I want you to feel the sun, and it's going to pour this warmth over your body. It's going to immediately dry you. But then what it's going to do is it's going to activate your inner strength. So just breathing that in and breathing it out. We're just going to wrap you in that golden sunlight. I want you to just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes and take one more breath in, and then come back right here with me and tell me, what are you present to and what do you feel right now?
I feel a lot more calm. I have ADHD and take meds for it and usually bounce pretty badly. So first time this morning, my legs aren't bouncing. So that's nice.
Yay. That is so.
No, I think this is something I need to do that couldn't, timing wise and life situation wise, couldn't come at a worse time. But that's usually how it happens. Is most important things come when everything else tries to prevent you from being able to do them.
So I'll tell you, every time I write a book, it's always in the most chaotic part of my life. And here's why. Because these books come in and heal us when we need it the most. The books create momentum when we need it the most. And chaos is actually how creation comes to be. It's creation energy. Yeah. Okay. So you can always come back and watch this video and even do that last visual with me, right? Even if you did that every day, it's going to bring you into your body. And already I can see your nervous system is it's like drinking. It's like a plant that needed water. Your nervous system needed some water, right? So what we did today really is going to help balance your nervous system. But then what gets to happen is you're going to receive this book and it's going to activate so much goodness inside of you. Okay? So here's my request, is that you send me some DMs and let me know how things are going.
Okay.
So that you don't just leave this and be like, well, I just jumped off the cliff and no one was there, right? Like, I'm here. I'll send you my masterclass. You can start channeling. And my invitation is that you begin today.
Oh,
okay?
I can do that.
Is there anything that you want to share? Anything that you're present to? Or do you feel pretty complete?
I feel pretty good. I think the interesting thought that came to me was to record the book through a video and then have it transcribed.
Beautiful.
Don't know how that will work. I have, because I've written a lot in my life, but I feel like on video things go better maybe. So we'll try it out and see how that works. But
always follow your gut, right? Whatever inspirations come, just lean in. And maybe you start making videos and it activates some other writing, and maybe it doesn't, and maybe it's all video and then you transcribe it. Lean in where you're being inspired, and it will always take you where you need to go. Okay?
Like that. Okay.
So we're gonna complete this with some sound.
Okay.
So I want you to just breathe in and just breathe out, and we're just gonna bring you all the way back into your body. We're gonna thank your book for being here with us. It's such a beautiful book. It's such a beautiful book. I'm just going to thank it for spending time with us. We're going to wrap it in so much love, and then we're going to hand it over to the divine. And then we're just going to honor you for being who you are in the world, for you sharing this message, and for you receiving the message. So just one more breath in. And breathe out. Here we go. All right, Zach, this was such an honor. Thank you for letting me spend some time with you.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time. I really appreciate it. Gotta actually get going on this, 15 years after thinking about it for the first time.
It comes at the right time. It comes at the right time. What you know now, you didn't know then.
Yeah, it's true.
Who you are now is ready to receive this book.
Awesome. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks for
All right, well, we'll
everything.
talk soon. You're so welcome. If you loved this video, then I invite you to come over with me right here and watch a few more of my book channeling sessions. Join me as I sit with authors and we channel through books that are here to transform humanity. I think you're going to love them.